Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be diving into some more automation, and we're going to be getting into Tinker's Construct Smeltery. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, we are back here, ready to do some more hard work. I know it's dark. I have no control over the time yet, because we don't have a bed, we don't have any way to progress time any further. So there will be some dark sections every now and then, but we should be able to overcome those issues. With just a few torches. Just placing a few torches here and there, hopefully lighting the area up a little bit. So, we left off here last episode, but I did get some wonderful tips from you guys in the comments. And you guys know what you're doing. You guys know better than I do, of course. So, some things I can do. I can replace some of this automation here. I'm not so worried about it today, but I can replace some of this automation later on with a storage drawer setup, which I think would look phenomenal, and I think we could set up some pretty decent automation that way. So that is one of the things that we definitely will change. But what I plan on doing today is finishing up a couple more automation steps that we can hopefully fit over here. And then we're going to move on to another platform, and we're going to get started with Tinker's Construct. Yeah, I know, Tinker's Construct, but I mean, it is something that you can do, and we have to do it. So, in order to get started today, we're going to need a couple more of these mechanical crafters. I did add some storage drawers here just so I could grab some of these blocks easier and kind of have them on me ready to go. We're going to need a couple of transfer nodes. This is going to be just mainly to pipe the items into a drawer over here. And then I'm going to grab a couple more drawers, right? We should have some storage drawers. I placed them somewhere. Yeah, they're right here. So 2 more storage drawers. I think this is going to be mainly for obsidian and glass, because we can produce both of those pretty quick, I believe. So obsidian, as I talked about like the first episode, can be made with double compressed cobblestone. So it's something we're going to definitely focus on. And glass is just something that you're always going to need for other things, so we might as well just get that set up and have that producing as well. We'll pull off of our sand production over there. So, with that said and done, let's get to work. We got so much stuff to do. Translocators. I'm going to need those as well. Good old translocators. Yep, don't need to forget those. So, first of all, let's get obsidian made. Let's put obsidian in here. To do that, we need a furnace. Also, I almost forgot, we're going to need to grab a couple furnaces. There we go. Awesome. So, a furnace should be pretty easy. What do we need? A barrel. We need a way to input and output. So, I'll just place down one of these right now. Also, I need a pickaxe. I don't know why I ended up with no pickaxe all of a sudden. There we go. So yeah, furnace goes here, and then we'll just have our wood. We can even do it down here. Going up. And that's going to set our unlimited fuel here. And we're also going to need a crafter that's going to compress cobblestone for us. So we do need a cobblestone source. So right there. And then we'll have that go... Actually, we'll move this up, because both of these need to go up. This actually is done... It's weird. It's a cobblestone thing, but it's still a wooden barrel, so... Yeah, we still have that in place. So this should go here. That'll work a little bit easier, or a little bit better for us. And then also the mechanical crafter, I just noticed that's got to go. There we go. That'll be our output. So right here, we should have cobblestone that will build up in here. Very easy, right? Oh, that's actually doing exactly what we needed to do. And then we need this one to go into double compressed mode. So this will go double compressed. Right? So that should double compress for us. And then we can pull out of here. Cook that down. And that'll start producing obsidian for us. And then all we got to do is take our pipes and route some cabling over there. Pretty simple, right? So we'll just pull out of here and have that drop down. Perfect. And we'll just route the cabling over here. The underground cabling is kind of a mess, but, you know, that's just how it's going to be for right now. And let's put a cable down. Let's make sure our crescent hammer is good to go. And we'll just run this down. And I'm going to actually just run this along the bottom. And we should have another drawer that I'm going to place right here. Bam. Drawer ready to go. And that should be this location. And that should get us a pipe going right there. I think on the other side I'll do the same, the glass. Yeah, this should definitely go right in. There we go. Pull that down. Perfect. Awesome. So that drawer is going to not have this in it. We definitely need to pull that out. Throw those out. This should be accepting obsidian. Right? Yeah, just going to take a minute for this thing to send the items. There it goes. So there's our obsidian. Next, we need to have an auto smelting system for sand. Now, I think we already have a system that is sending sand right here. So technically, this pipe right here is also directing sand. And I would like to get a system set up that will cook this sand. To do that, I could probably just do it underground here. I think that'd be the easiest way to do it. Place that there. That's going to be our furnace. We'll need a placement block, because we're going to have to feed it some wood. Very simple. And then, of course, we'll just use translocators. And this will be automated glass. Very simple. And then I'm going to route that over here, I guess. We're running out of space. But yeah, over here on this side, that'll be fine. Why not? And we'll get glass going. So let's put transfer node down here. I know it's so ugly, but you know what? I feel like we can probably route glass somewhere else. All of these here are eventually going to be changed anyways. We're going to have chests for each of these. So I'm not too concerned at the moment. But as of right now, we do have glass. So let's just put a drawer down here for right now. Oh gosh, this is the worst thing, but for right now, we'll have a storage drawer full of glass for us. Ready to go. All right, so with those two done, I think it's time to move on into smeltery territory. And for that, we need some gravel and some sand. So for the smeltery, it's got, it's the same old for, most of the things. We need a grout. And to get grout, we need sand and gravel. Pretty simple there. So let's go ahead and make a bunch of that. I'm going to need quite a bit of it, so I might as well just grab... Over here, we do have a stockpile of sand and gravel. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of it, because we need all we can get for this. Same with the sand. There we go. Because we're going to need to build more than one of these. I think it'd be most efficient to build more than one smeltery. Just so you can have different tasks going on. There we go. Alright, don't I have more furnaces? Yeah. So I'm just going to set up a simple auto furnace. 2 auto furnaces, actually. With this, you can have wood. I guess I should be able to set up just one. And with the translocator, it should feed into both. And it'll actually separate them equally. Like that. As you can see. And that should feed these guys. So we can feed these guys our items. Do the same over here. Doesn't take too much to do, that's why I made extra barrels. Perfect. And later on we'll have like a super smelter, or a super smelter all set up for us. That'll make this a lot easier. Awesome, so now we just have to basically wait for some seared bricks. And I guess while we wait, we can go ahead and think of a few, we can take a look at a few other things that will be good to have started setting up like immediately. And one of those is actually compressed cobblestone. So if we take a look at the uses for some of these, we continue here, quintuple, quadruple. We take a look at quadruple compressed. We can actually get bedrock from smelting quadruple compress. And then bedrock can be compressed down into bedrock bricks. I mean, I guess. And then if you grind up bedrock, you can get chaos shards. So this actually isn't too difficult to get, right? We only need quadruple compressed. Like, that's not hard at all. Quadruple compressed to get those chaos shards. I don't even know if we need to worry about them right now. But drawers will definitely be something that we need to start working on soon. So a compacting drawer, that is something that we'll definitely need for that. And that's just some stone. That's also some iron, some redstone, and some pistons, which we have plenty of pistons, as you can see. And we should be able to craft several compacting drawers. We do have several drawers. Really, we only need a couple of these drawers, though. So let's get a compacting drawer. And I would say 3 is probably all we need. We don't need anything more than that for this task. So a little automation chain thing that we can do, which is not too difficult to set up. We can take a barrel, drop a barrel down, and we're going to feed this compacting drawer with our items. So let's set our compacting drawer here. And this is where we're going to have these items being pulled out. That's going to start, that'll get us to a pretty high tier already. Double compressed cobblestone that takes us all the way up to double compressed here. And then if we want to go again, we can take this. And I think this one's actually going to get us the quadruple compressed. So that might be where I want to stay. So it'll be double. Yeah, this will be the only one we really need, I think. So we can have this one send it to this chest. And that should make us double compressed. Right? Triple compressed. And this one hasn't showed up yet, but that should be quadruple compressed. So times 4. And overall, this should work. So, as you see, this will continue to do its thing. And I think we can make it even faster by sending multiple sides here. So if I wanted to do this, I could do this. And then press that button. That'll make it go even faster. We'll just get tons of items at a time. It's pulling from both sides. You know, and that doesn't take very long at all. We'll have way more than we need before we know it. But yeah, that is something we can do while we wait. So, we have some seared brick here. Well, let's go ahead and hopefully get a smeltery set up. Good old-fashioned smeltery. We're going to need a few things, but first I'm going to like to throw some more of this in. There we go. And I'll store the grout right there. Perfect. We'll keep the seared bricks on us. Let's see. I already have some spots for sand. That's why this is really handy. And then most of the stuff I've already got like spaces for. So we can throw all of our automation stuff back. Because we're not going to need it right now. I just need a semi-clean inventory. There we go. Alright, so let's get this done. Some of the first things we need to make. Smeltery drains. We're going to need a controller. We're going to need a tank. Faucets. And this is just for the first one. We're going to need casting tables. And eventually we'll need a basin. Alright, and this is just for our first smeltery. We're going to need a pretty good size one, because the amount of items we're going to be sticking in this thing, yeah, we're going to need a pretty good amount. So what I'm thinking about doing is having possibly, let's see how many smelteries can we probably fit in this. I'd say at least 2 smelteries in here. And I'm going to see exactly how I can potentially set this up. So right here, we can have 1 smeltery, right? That'd be right here, and they can share the block space, I think. I think they can share block space. Because right here, technically be the center point. So we can do 1, be 1 up. Then on this side, if I'm looking at this correctly, which I'm probably not, that should potentially work. Like, right, we have... There's that space. We'll see. If I can't get both of these working, we'll find out now. We'll find out. Alright, let's go ahead and break that. By the way, we should be able to actually take some obsidian and upgrade our pickaxe. We don't need this pickaxe anymore. Take some of this. Let's see, we'll make it a little faster for us. We should be able to make an obsidian pickaxe at this point. From Actually Additions. And it's actually a pretty decent pick. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we'll see if we can continue this going in these... I don't know if we can. If not, I think we're probably better off just moving this. Yeah. We're better off just moving this over. Oh, maybe this pick might be the same as an iron pickaxe, just the durability is a little bit different. It kind of feels like it's different. Like the durability is the same. Okay, so yeah, the way this is going to work, we're going to need to actually move this to the corner, I guess. Move it to each corner. Or maybe not. We'll have this one here. And it'll share this corner block. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Is that a good idea? Yeah, we'll just move these to the corner. So I got the smelteries nice and set up. Now what I did is just place them almost to the edge. There is still like a side that's left off, which worked out perfectly. So now we have 2 perfectly working smelteries and room for automation back here for lava. So yes, we will have automated lava back here. This will just constantly keep these things fueled, so you should never have to worry about that. But to originally get started with lava, I think what we need to do is make a lava bucket. And to do that, it's not that simple. So we're going to need to make a bucket of lava ingredients and then smelt that. This is going to be something that we have to do. To do that, we need a bucket, as you can see here, obsidian, coal, and yeah, that all goes in here and needs to be smelted. So we can actually set up automation for that pretty easy, and actually have that all probably back there behind the smeltery, so it's out of sight as well. So I'm going to take the charcoal that we just had, because originally we're going to need a little bit of this, because I'm actually going to need some of the product of the smeltery to produce the automation for the lava. So now we have charcoal. That should be well and dandy. We're going to need some of that obsidian that we were cooking up. There we go. And we're also going to need some iron. Some good old-fashioned iron to make a bucket. Perfect. So let's go ahead and make some buckets. Just like that. And then, of course, obsidian, charcoal. That should get us 2 of these lovely buckets. And then we can place that in here. And we can make this super fast. Bam, done, done with the acceleration wand. And there's our first buckets of lava. I know, right? It's actually not that difficult. So we'll throw the buckets of lava in here and in here. Both of those are going to get filled. That should last a little while, and that will allow us to get some automation going and to actually start producing some pretty decent items. So one of the items I'm going to need is a fluid transposer. Now, a fluid transposer is going to be very helpful for what I'm going to be working on soon. To get that, we have everything but gold. And to get gold, we got to take a look here on how to get gold. You can see the Tinker's casting. And a lot of this work, that's why some people are saying this seems kind of like a tutorial. That's because I have to do a lot of work ahead of time, kind of writing down on a piece of paper what steps I need to take in order to achieve a certain goal for today's episode. And one of those is to get gold, of course, and to also automate the smeltery. And when you're looking through here, you have to kind of use JEI to search around and find out how do you actually make gold. And to do that, you can look through here, and I found that this goes into the actual alloying page. And I noticed there's a bunch of new alloys that have been made. As you can see here, we have tin and glowstone slush. Glowstone slush comes from glowstone. So, yeah. And actually, most of these are pretty easy because it's a 1-to-1. So, glowstone and tin. Not 2 stacks. We accidentally grabbed 2 stacks. But a stack and a stack will end up getting us exactly what we need. So, what I'm going to do is, just for the sake of both of these smelteries, I'm going to split this up. Because these actually still can't support fully the max. But what we can do is acceleration wand this. And then finish it off over here. We'll do the same here. I'll do that. Acceleration wand. And then throw the rest of that in there. Acceleration wand. And that'll get us gold. Right? Pretty cool. And what we can do is actually make 2 separate casts for the gold. Because gold will actually cast itself. Which is really nice. So we'll have 2 gold casts. How cool is that? And then we need to set up a simple automation for this going into a chest in the center. And I think that will be perfect. And to do that, I can actually use... I was going to use... I don't know. We could probably still use transfer pipes. I think those are going to probably be too slow. Of course, I just place it like that. I think it's going to be too slow. Do we have room... I was going to say, do we have room for that? I think we could. We'll have a chest apiece. How about that? We'll do 1 chest apiece. I think that'll work. So 2 chests. And we have some item translocators. Now, if you use too many translocators in the same area, it can start to get a little bit laggy for you. And it's actually not like frame lag. It'll actually start causing what's called TPS lag. And yeah, it can actually cause some slight inconveniences. Let's just put it that way. We might actually drop these down. We're going to have to do that in order to get these to, or raise them up. I think we can raise them up 1. That would actually work better. We can raise them up 1. Let's do that. Go ahead and place... I gotta get some more cobblestone real quick. More cobblestone for the win. Or stone. Just to have something to place 2. There we go. Go back underneath. We'll get this fixed. And this will just make it a little bit faster having the translocators underneath. For our separation. Awesome. And we'll set that to insert. And that should pull, once we get that flowing out, that should automatically pull out, and that'll cast us some gold, and the gold will end up in these chests. Now, if I wanted to speed this up and make this incredibly fast, well, I can actually use fluid translocators instead of these faucets. But to do that, we do need some redstone control. And I think we can get some redstone control by grabbing some levers that we have over here. If I remember what chest has levers in it, I think it's a redstone side. It's over here. So there's our levers. We're going to need a bit of redstone. And we can come over here and actually right away place down the translocators. And we can slap this with redstone. Like that. So translocators, slap that with some redstone. That'll actually make this so it can be redstone powered on and off. You can see here. So that's exactly what we're going to want. But I think we want it for the lower area. So I'm just going to go ahead and break these. If you set it for both, it'll actually invert them, flip-flop them kind of around. But it does give you your redstone back, so keep that in mind. Alright, so levers here and here. We need that going the right way. Same with you. That is so weird. No, I don't want it like that. Why? Why must it do this to me? Oh no. I thought you could rotate them. I guess not. Well, that's going to be confusing. I think we'll just go with the one on top, and we'll redstone both. That'll shut it off anyways. Okay. Set them down. Get them both redstoned. See that there? It shuts them both off from the property that they were doing. And what we can do is fill that. And when we do this, it's going to flip it. But, I mean, that's fine. It's going to put it back in the smeltery. So now that I've got the gold that I needed, I was able to make the fluid transposer. If you take a look at the fluid transposer, you can see it's got a different texture. That's right. Tima did retexture a lot of mods that are in here. A lot of the items, which is kind of hilarious. Like, I really do like the retexture on this. But yes, this was something that was changed, but the functionality is still the same. The only thing that I had to make that required gold, as I said, was the reception coil, so we're good there. And what we're going to do is actually place this guy right here for right now. This is where this is going to stay. This will be this thing's new home. And as you can see, it does require power, and it's going to be getting fluids from this side. And we're going to get this all set up very soon. In order to do this, we're going to be getting it those lava buckets. So we're going to go in reverse from the steps needed. So, lava bucket. Alright, so the lava bucket is the main thing that needs to go into the transposer. So, in order to get the lava bucket, we need a furnace. So, the furnace is going to be where that's going to come from. In order to do that, we need to take a furnace like this and figure out how we're going to set this up. So, we're going to have a pipe definitely sending the output into the transposer. So, it'd probably be best to have this somewhere near. Either we can input it from the bottom or however we're going to do this, but it needs to go in a certain location, and then we'll also have to make sure that that bucket can be pulled back out of the transposer and rotated back, because we're only going to use one bucket for this system. So, in order to do that, I'm just going to place this furnace right here, giving us a little bit of wiggle room over on this side. Right. So, I did go ahead and make some flat transfer nodes. If you don't know how those are made, of course, it's just an anvil to crush those down. Flat transfer nodes are very useful. I should have used them instead of translocators for a lot of these things. But like I said, this is not going to stay like this permanently. We'll find a better solution for that eventually. And it's probably going to involve a lot more flat transfer nodes. Because anything that requires this barrel here should get a flat transfer node. Like, we should have a flat transfer node on this barrel instead of what we've been doing. And if you hold control and you click on this, this will actually reverse the way that this normally goes on. A good way, like a thumb, is to go, if you place this on a block, like so, it's going to pull from that block. So whenever you place it on a block, it's going to pull. So whatever block you place it on, it's going to pull from that one. But if you control click, it's going to do the opposite. So just kind of remember that. So what we should get is when we place this here, we should start seeing wood fill up this furnace. All right. So from the top is where we're going to have to feed our items. So that's how that's going to go. So we'll just remember that we're going in backward, we're going in reverse. So we'll just keep that in mind. All right. So we're also going to need something that produces. We're going to need another setup that's going to produce obsidian. So we're going to need this pretty much the same setup over here to produce obsidian. And we can kind of format that and throw this in a corner over here and get that going. So to get obsidian, remember we need 2 of these. We also are going to need another furnace. I'm just going to go ahead and see. Let me get those out of here. I'm just going to go ahead and make another furnace. I don't have a crafting table on me, so this is the best way of doing it. Alright, so go ahead and break this, replace that. Remember, this is going to be a double stack on here. And then on the bottom, which I think it's in this exact location, yes. Down here, we're going to put good old-fashioned barrel. I don't know what those items were I just threw. Hope they weren't important. But we're going to go ahead and get this double compressed cobblestone setup going. There we go. I had to grab some cobblestone, so I did that. Alright, cobblestone. There we go. There's our compressed. Here's our double compressed. And we'll do the same here. We're going to need another furnace. And the furnace can go down here. That'll be just fine. Because we're going to pull the items out from this. Actually use a flat transfer node. Or no, I have to put it in through the top. So regular transfer node. Pulling our items out. So that's going to pull... That should pull that out. I don't know why we're getting... cobblestone. I don't know. I guess that was left over. So that should be going to the top. And then we're going to need, of course, inverted flat transfer node. We'll control that. Get our wood barrel hooked up to this. And as you can see, it's making things a little bit cleaner for us. Was that wood that I ended up throwing off? I think it is. Oh no. Hope that wasn't all my like wood barrels I just made a ton of. I think it was. Nope, they're there. I guess I'm going crazy. Weird. Maybe they were just not in my inventory till I got that fixed. Okay. Anyways, wood barrels. Throw you there. That's going to get that cooking. Then it'll be underneath. And then we're going to need another furnace, except for this one is going to get flat transfer nodes on the other side. All right, we're going to have this one here. Now, sometimes you can fit the flat transfer nodes in the corner if you can kind of see the edge of the block. But in this case, this barrel is not set up to do that. So I'm going to break this, and I'm going to do the same thing. Control-click here. Then I can replace the barrel. Control-click on here. Place the barrel. And thus we'll get charcoal that way. Right? So now we have our charcoal, our obsidian, and all we got to do now is funnel that into a crafter. And if, honestly, it might be easier on us if we set this up so that way both these furnaces... Well, I guess we can't really do that. So what I'm going to do is have a chest here. We're going to put a chest right here. Now, this chest won't be accessible for right yet. Actually, we need a chest on both sides, don't we? Yep, let's remove this. I need two chests. I need a chest here and a chest here. Those are going to touch both sides. That's going to allow us to set these blocks up a little bit nicer. Alright, so there we go. And let's get the extra utilities. And see, this is just automating lava. Like, each little thing needs to be automated. And so it's going to take a little bit of micro automation setups, which I really love doing. I love these like micro automation things. I just find it fun. So there's those. Now we can put a mechanical crafter there. And all we got to do is give this thing one bucket. And then we're going to feed that into the furnace. Okay. And then we'll be able to feed it back. So let's take that off. Alright. So inside here, we need to get a bucket real quick. Let's go ahead and just make a craft for that. There's our bucket. Alright, and we'll say bucket. And then we need charcoal, which should be getting over here. Charcoal. And obsidian, which we should be getting here. Just gotta go that. Getting a clogged inventory here. And then one obsidian. And that will equal the lava bucket here. And now's when we need to get our piping situation set up. So, for the transfer node, we're going to pull from here. And this is going to go into the top. Don't need that going on there. This is going to go to the top of this. There we go. And then, of course, on the bottom, we're going to need to put a pipe down here. Not there. Down there. Alright, and we'll run that over to this side. Removing that, because that doesn't need to be there. Awesome. And so, when this is done, it's going to pull out, and on this side, is going to insert. Now we need to switch this mode to empty mode. What that's going to do is going to empty fluids into this tank, right? And then on the other side, we should have this outputting fluids and this outputting fluids on both sides. It's going to input into the tank. Or not the top, we need the back. This is the back. There we go, outputting. So your configuration should look like that, and that should be perfect. Turn this off. There we go. And then last but not least, we need to pull that bucket back out. To do that, I am probably going to pull from the bottom? Yeah. From the bottom of this block. So what we can do is set the bottom to the input, or the secondary, which, if I take a look, that should be the red. And that's going to output that. And we can just pick that up with a transfer node. And we'll just bring that over into the mechanical crafter itself. Being sure not to get this all jacked up here. And there we go. So pretty much that's it for lava automation in this little compact space. And technically this should work. So, once I give this the bucket, that should craft. That should cook. Right? We're just going to make sure this works. Just going to keep an eye out for it for a second. And we should see lava go into here, but we need some power. Almost forgot about that. We do need to make a survivalist generator real quick. Survivalist generator is probably one of the easier generators to make. It's very simple. I think we have literally everything in our inventory to make this thing. There we go, survivalist generator, and like we have done before, flat transfer node, and we'll get that getting power to this. Eventually we'll change our power system. We'll have flux networks, so I'm not too concerned about that. So yeah, need to place that there on top of this, invert the setting, place wood on top. That's going to put wood in here. We'll have power for days. Enough power to at least complete this task, which is to empty a bucket of lava. And it should go in here, and then that should drain immediately. So there we go. And now we have both of those being filled up with lava. You can see right here that that tank went up, and that one has not yet, but whenever this one fills, of course, they'll both stay full. So guys, that is the setup I have now for my smeltery. We do have a lot of stuff that we're going to have to be doing with these smelteries. That's why I made 2 of them. So I assume that there's going to be a lot of processes going on. We may even need more of these. Set up, of course, to get most of the different alloys automated. Ender pearls is going to be a big part of this. So basically, what I can do here is I can take some ender shards. And I don't actually know. I have these turned off, by the way. But these ender shards will make resonant ender. And I should be able to use the resonant ender, right, to cast out. Let's see, cast out using a pan cast. I guess how would you get a pan cast to begin with? I don't know. I guess you would use something round, right? I guess I'd have to take a look. What actually is considered pan shaped? I mean, I don't really know. So I'll have to think about this one. I don't remember exactly how it was to get this cast. But I know that there's something here that'll definitely allow me to make it. Something that's considered round. I don't know. Maybe this might even work. I have no idea. But that should be how we get ender pearls for sure. Right. So let me take a look back here. Resonant ender. Plus we can use this, of course, for alloying as well. Let's take a look. Would a snowball work? I don't even know if that's the case. Like, to make a clay pan cast, you still need... Oh, we can make a wooden pan, apparently. So, actually, diving into Tinkers would probably be the best thing. We'll just need to get a stencil and those few things, and we should be able to make a cast for that. Okay, fairly simple. But anyways, that's where that's going to come in handy. We're going to have to make ender pearls. And like you can see that's in here. Oh, did not. Well, that was a dumb mistake. But anyways. Now I have to break the smeltery. And I don't know if you place the controller back. Yeah, it emptied it. Okay. So we're good. But anyways, that's what those are going to be used for. This should continue to work, as you can see, and also will build up lava for us eventually. And then we'll be able to use that and transfer it around soon. Oh, man. A lot of stuff to say. Also, ender chests. We have access to them now. It may not look like it here, but there is a custom recipe now. So a chest, gold, now that we have access to it, will give us 4 ender chests, making our lives a lot easier really soon. Anything that's going to require any of these items, we can now transfer immediately over here. So technically, we didn't need obsidian because we can use them. The only issue that we're going to come across immediately is the lack of dyes. So that's going to be something we're going to work on soon. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Oh yeah. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.